My jaw dropped when my unfaithful wife said she was tired of everything. This weekend, we're leaving the kids with my parents and going on a trip with another couple. We need to add some excitement to our family life, she said. I shouted, "Don't even think about it, or I'll throw you out on the street." But she had already made up her mind to go through with this idea. Chapter 1, The New Rules. She dropped the news like a bomb. They say marriages end slowly, one missed anniversary at a time, one silent dinner after another. But mine. It ended with a single sentence over breakfast. "I'm tired of everything," Janet said as she poured almond milk into her cereal, like she hadn't just shattered our whole life. "This weekend, we're leaving the kids with my parents and going on a getaway with another couple." Blink. Another couple? What do you mean by that? She didn't hesitate. A couple like us. Married, but more open-minded. I couldn't say anything right away. I was stunned. Janet sighed, clearly frustrated by my silence. "We need to bring something new into our family life. You've become too comfortable, too predictable. We can't live like this forever." My jaw tightened. My hands gripped the edge of the table. "So let me get this straight," I said slowly. "You want to send our kids away, stay with strangers, and sleep with another man in the same bed I built for this family?" She rolled her eyes. "It's just one weekend. You might even enjoy it." I stood up. "Don't even think about it," I said firmly. "Or I swear I'll throw you out on the street." Her eyes narrowed. "Not afraid. Not sorry. Just calculating." "Then maybe I'll go alone," she replied, and walked out of the room as if she had only asked me to pick up some milk, not like she had just destroyed the foundation of our entire life. But here's the thing, she thought that was the end of the conversation. She had no idea. It was just the beginning of my revenge. Chapter 2. The weekend that changed everything. She left on a Friday afternoon with a suitcase full of beach clothes, high heels she hadn't worn since her 20s, and a smile that didn't feel like hers anymore. She didn't kiss me goodbye. She didn't hug our kids for long either. Just tossed a casual, "Love you guys, be good," over her shoulder as she walked out with a duffel bag, and a hunger in her eyes I hadn't seen in years. I stood at the window and watched her drive away in the sleek black SUV I bought for her on our 10th anniversary. She hadn't told me the name of the other couple, but I already knew. I had been paying attention to the clues, quietly, for months. The deleted messages on her phone. Her sudden obsession with fitness, but only on nights she came home late. And once she left her iPad open, and I saw a calendar invite titled, "The Escape Weekend, Suite 202. I didn't confront her. Instead, I collected everything. Every conversation. Every lie. Every GPS location. Even the fake profile she used on a couples-only lifestyle website. The man's name was Jason Mercer. Mid-30s. Married. Sales consultant. Lived in another city, or at least that's what she thought. But I had already spoken to his wife. She was just as shocked as I was. Until I told her everything. Together, we planned the weekend that would ruin both of them. Setup. Janet and Jason booked a luxury suite at a beach resort just beyond the state border. The place was known as a discreet retreat for adventurous couples. I made my own reservation, under a fake name, and booked a room one floor above theirs. Packed differently. No sandals. No swimwear. Hard drive. 2 wireless microphones. A remote access device for her phone's camera. And a folder labeled confession material. By the time Janet and Jason entered Suite 202, laughing like teenagers and rolling expensive luggage behind them, I was already watching. Through the hallway camera I'd hacked. Through her phone's camera, which I had mirrored to my laptop weeks earlier. And even through the walls, because I paid the front desk for a connected room. When the lights dimmed and the champagne bottle popped, they thought it was a night of passion. They had no idea they were being recorded. Chapter 3, When the Footage Sees the Light. By Saturday night I had hours of video. Not just visual proof of the betrayal, but their conversations too. "I can't believe he still hasn't figured it out," Janet giggled on the bed, twirling her hair. Jason laughed. smug and shirtless. Most men are too proud to admit they've lost control. But your husband, he's just weak. Pause the video. Not because it didn't hurt, it did, but because I wanted that moment burned into my memory. It was the exact second I stopped being her husband and became her reckoning. The message. Early Sunday morning, I made 3 copies of the footage. Each one was carefully edited, clearly labeled, time-stamped, and stored on encrypted flash drives. The first went anonymously to Janet's boss. Why? Because Jason, the man she was sleeping with, happened to be a client of someone on her company's board. Clear violation of company policy. The second I sent to Jason's wife. She deserved to know the full truth. Raw, undeniable, and without excuses. The third. That one was for Janet. For what would become the final confrontation. The ambush. Janet came home Sunday night. Sun-kissed, confident, and pretending nothing had happened. She kissed the kids, gave me a tight-lipped smile, and acted like it was just another weekend. I didn't say anything. Not until Tuesday, when she received an unexpected email from HR. Please report to the compliance office immediately regarding client relationships and an upcoming ethics investigation. Her face turned pale. I watched her from across the room as she scrambled to call Jason. No answer. She called again. Still nothing. That's when I handed her a small box. What's this? She asked. Your backup drive, I replied calmly. I thought you might need it. She opened it. Inside was a flash drive with a red label. Sweet 2022. Play me. Her hand trembled. She looked at me. You bugged me. He nodded. You lied to me in our home, around our children. And now you want the moral high ground. Tears welled up. Regret started to show. But it was already too late. The explosion. Within a week, Janet was suspended from her job while the investigation continued. Jason's wife filed for divorce and sent the footage to his employer. Even Janet's parents, the ones who once called me the perfect son-in-law, sent me a private message. We're sorry. We didn't know. Can we meet? But I wasn't finished yet. On our anniversary, the one she forgot last year, filed for divorce. Attached to the filing were every recorded video, every text and message, every location log. She begged. She cried. But I didn't respond with cruelty. I gave her exactly what she had given me. Cold silence. Chapter 4. The aftermath. They say when a house burns down, the flames don't just destroy the walls. They burn the foundation and everything the house once meant. Janet's life was falling apart. She lost her job within 10 days of the HR investigation. The board didn't appreciate the idea of client meetings happening half-dressed in hotel suites, with time-stamped videos as proof. Jason disappeared. His wife cleaned out their bank accounts, filed a restraining order, and shared the video with his whole family. I didn't have to lift a finger. Janet's perfect image, the one she built for years, came crashing down because of her own lies. The begging begins. It started with a message. I made a mistake. Please, can we talk? Then came a voicemail. I was lost. I didn't mean to hurt you. I need my family. Then a handwritten letter, 4 pages long. Begging for forgiveness. Begging to see the kids. Begging for the life she threw away. But by then I had already met with my lawyer. The divorce was clean. Custody was mine, pending full approval. I didn't answer. Because some apologies aren't meant to be accepted. They're meant to echo. The unexpected visit. One morning I opened the door and found her sitting there. Disheveled. Ready. Hair pulled back like she was trying to resemble the woman I once loved. I have nothing, she whispered. I didn't invite her in. I just stood there, silent, until she broke down. I was stupid, she said through tears. I thought I needed more. But you were always enough. She waited for my response. But what she didn't know was that I had already healed. There was nothing left for her to twist, manipulate, or poison. I looked into her eyes and said the only thing I had left. This isn't your home anymore. You burned it. Now you get to live with the ashes. Then I gently closed the door. Not in anger, but in peace. Final chapter. The lesson. Revenge isn't always about rage. Sometimes it's about clarity. It's waking up one morning and realizing you don't need to scream or chase someone who treated your value like it was disposable. Now, the kids and I live in a smaller home, but one filled with warmth, peace, and honesty. No yelling. No lies. No watching the clock, wondering when she'll come home. Just quiet dinners, family board games, and freedom. I even picked up writing again, something I gave up while trying to hold a broken marriage together. And through that, I found parts of myself I didn't know I had lost. The final message. A month ago, I got another message from Janet. I see you smiling again. I miss that smile. I ruined everything. I know that now. I didn't respond. Not because I was bitter, but because closure isn't something I owe her. Something I already gave myself. The real revenge. She thought she could destroy me and walk away untouched. But here's the truth. The real revenge isn't what I did to her. It's what I rebuilt without her. It's being happier than she ever imagined. And letting her watch from the outside. Because that's the kind of pain you can't fake your way through. That kind of pain stays.